All right, we are doing episode 7. Episode 7, if you'll turn it and have your packet ready and a pen or pencil to draw. All right, first, let's talk about a hot air balloon will always rise into the sky. So think about that. What's the hot air balloon filled with? It's filled with air. Well, how can a balloon filled with air rise above other air around it? To kind of help us, we're going to watch a video and kind of talk about what they call the amazing water trick. And maybe you've seen this before. Let's watch. So here we have 2 glasses of water. We have some hot water, which we're going to dye red, and then some cold water, which we're going to dye blue. First, I want you to pay attention to what does it look like? How does it look different when he just adds the dye to the water? Again, the red is the warm water, and the blue is going to be the cold water. We're going to take, both of these glasses both have water in it, right? It's the same thing, water, substance. We just have a different temperature. We have one with warm and one with cool water. From what we learned yesterday, we know the warm water, since it's warmer, the molecules are moving faster. In the cold water, we know that the molecules are moving slower. So here we put the 2 types of water on top of each other. We have the cold water on top, where, again, remember the cold water, the molecules are moving slower. And then we have this warm water down below where the molecules are moving faster. I want you to think, what do you think, or maybe you've seen this and maybe you know, what's going to happen when he pulls that card away, right? It's both just water, so is it just going to stay? Is it going to mix, or what's going to happen? Let's see. Right here we can see, right? You can see the red water starting to rise drastically. And we can see this blue water coming down, falling down. So why is the red water, or why is the warm water going up? And why is the cold water coming down? And is the same thing going to happen if we switched it? So what if we put the hot water on top and the cold water on bottom? What will happen? All right, so looking at that, why do you think the hot water stayed on top of the cold water? Why are they not mixing? Well, think about what we learned about density, right? If something is less dense, then it will go to the top or rise. If something's more dense or heavier, it's going to fall. Well, then we know that warm water must have a lower density than cold water. Right, the cold water, when they put the cold water on top, the cold water tried to sink to the bottom while the hot water was coming up. And eventually we had all this water mix. We're going to learn that molecules change when they're heated or cooled, or meaning when they're heated or when we take some of their energy away, making their temperature lower. So turn to your science packet. So molecules in hot water move faster and are spread slightly more apart. As the temperature rises, the amount of space the molecules takes up increases, which causes a decrease in density. So when we have water and we add more energy to the molecules, those molecules are going to be moving faster and faster. As they're moving faster, they're going to want more space, and they're going to take up more space. As they take up more space, the space between the molecules increases, thus decreasing the density of that object. Molecules in cold water, we slow down those molecules so they're not moving as fast. As they move slower, they attach more to the other molecules, and there's less space between the molecules. So now we have a lot more stuff in a smaller amount of space. So now we've increased the density of that object. Molecules in cold water move slower and are slightly closer together. As the temperature falls, the amount of space the molecules take up decreases, which causes an increase in density. And one thing to note in here is we didn't add more molecules and we didn't take away molecules. We just changed how the molecules are arranged. We didn't increase the mass or decrease the mass, but we increased and decreased the amount of space the molecules are taking up, meaning they're all close together or they spread farther apart. When they are warmer, the molecules are going to take up more space. When they're cooler, they're going to take up less space and be more compact. How does the change in the amount of space that the molecules take up affect the density? As water cooled, the molecules came together and sunk or became more dense. As water is heated, the molecules spread apart, thus decreasing the density and causing the warm water to rise. So now, in your packet, you need to draw some molecules in your room temperature water. So just drawing some molecules however you want, right? And remember, it's water, so it's liquid. So we're going to have some close together, some a little bit farther apart. And then in the bottom left corner, and again, remember, pause the video if you need some more time to draw. In the bottom left corner, we have warmer molecules. Molecules in warmer water. Now you need to take those molecules you drew in the warm temperature, but we're going to show them moving faster. And you can see how they show that in here by drawing more lines. Now we have a whole bunch of lines around the molecules. And we're going to put more space between them because those molecules have more energy and are moving faster. Now, in the bottom right corner, you're going to draw the molecules for the cooler water. So you notice there's less lines showing they're moving slower and they're getting closer together. So now we're going to show less space between those molecules. And then answer that final question at the bottom. What happens to the density of molecules as water is warmed or cooled? So when does the density increase? The density increases when water is what? Hopefully you said cooled. When we cool down the water or decrease the energy, we're going to make it more dense because the molecules are going to come closer together. When we warm up the water, we are going to decrease the density because those molecules are going to spread farther apart. So let's go back to our hot air balloon. So how does the knowledge of density help you understand how a hot air balloon works? So how does a hot air balloon rise when it's just full of air, and it's surrounded by air? Well, hopefully you can see the correlation. When we heat up those molecules, they're going to spread farther apart, getting less dense, just like the warm water rose. So is the warm air. Warm air is going to rise or be less dense than cooler air. All right, that's everything for episode 7. We'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 8. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.